how are you doing today? What is going on? How has your day been? Hope you've had a really, really super awesome good one today, because you are now on my channel and you're gonna have a good time, okay? No, if you're new to my channel, my name is Gabe and this is Gabe Loves Makeup, and welcome. I'm so glad to have you here. So pull up a chair, grab a snack, grab you a cup of coffee, a beverage of some sort, and just hang out with us for a little bit, because today we're going to be doing a tutorial with a little bit of the Pat McGrath palette. We thought we would play with the Bridgerton look. We're going to do a little bit of a pink blue look, so it's kind of like more of a blue pink Valentine's Day look. So if this is something that you're interested in, and hopefully it turns out the way we think it's going to turn out, then stick around and let's do it together. Valentine's week. I just thought it'd be interesting to do something with a little bit of the blue in the palette, a little bit of these colors. Could be doing a blue, a pink, maybe a little bit of a cranberry, and this color. If you have anything in your collection that looks like this, then that's great. Using a navy blue liner like that. I'm using the Sephora To Go. This is in the shade, it's a waterproof one. It's in the shade Navy Shimmer. We're going to be doing it with, it's a color like this. So if you have anything like that, you can kind of follow along with me if you want. I have already done some foundation, and I've done, I did a little bit of primer. I did a little bit of my Lorac Skin Glass, and I mixed the Dior Forever, the actual, I'm sorry, this is a tester. I have the, because I work for Dior. If you guys are new to my channel, I work for Dior on the side. So I have, this is the Forever foundation in the matte. So I did the matte, but I mixed it. So I mixed it with, I did a little bit of the YSL New corrector. I did a little bit of the tone corrector first, and then I mixed in the new. So I mixed these two together, and this is the finish. And, I've been playing with this Forever foundation, and, I haven't done a review on it or anything because I did it on the Skin Glow, but I did not do it on the matte. But I gotta tell you guys, I really like it. The matte, I like the matte a lot better than I like the Skin Glow, actually. So I'm really kind of shocked because it actually stays on really well. I mean, it feels a little bit tighter, but it's a really beautiful foundation. So I've really been playing with it. I've been wearing it to work and stuff, and I've been enjoying it. So let me know down below if you're interested in maybe, not really a review, but maybe a little bit more on it. But I'm really enjoying it. It is really good. I put on a little bit of a lip. This is not what we're going to end up with. This is just a little bit of my Pat McGrath mixed in with a little bit of the MAC. I think it's the, it's Cream Cup is the name of the lipstick. I put a little bit of that on with just a little bit of a Pat McGrath, the Divine Rose lip gloss over top of it. And I did a little bit of mascara and Definicils because I wanted to get a little length going on. And we actually did a little brow today. Can you believe it? We normally don't do the brow, but, because you're new to my channel, I don't have brows. So just saying, I just made a little bit. So I don't know how they look. I mean, they look probably a little beat up, but you know what? We're just going to go with it. They're sisters, not twins. So we're just going to go with it. So anyway, so let's get started into this tutorial. We are going to start off with the blue liner, and we're going to start, and I'm going to twist it up just a little bit because this is a retractable pencil so you guys can see. And we're going to go in, and I'm going to tight line this up underneath. So we're just going to go right in here. Hope you guys can see. I'm trying to be as close to the camera as I can. Do you guys like my roses? By the way, just to give you guys, not to be sentimental or whatever, the roses are from my mom and my dad. So, and if you're new to my channel, I lost my parents in 2020. I lost both of them 3 months apart. And I'm trying not to get sentimental, but anyway, but that's what the roses are for, because my dad loved roses, being a military man, but for some reason he loved roses. He did not like flowers at all, but he loved roses, and my mother loved all kinds of flowers, so it's just kind of like a combination of the two because they really enjoyed them. So I got some flowers just for them. So that's why the flowers are in the back. But I hope you guys re-switched. Got a little bit of my Dior fragrances in the back. We did a little Dior here, a little this, a little that. We got Dior like everywhere. But anyway, so I'm sorry, back to the tutorial. So now we're going to go on the top here, and we're just going to go all the way across. And again, we're going to smudge this a little bit, so don't worry about it being too perfect. This pencil is really good. If you have never tried these Sephora pencils, they're really good. They're like $10. They're really, really good. And I just bought the white one too, and it's like $6. So they were really awesome. These waterproof pencils, They have a lot of colors too. So if you like colored eyeliners, these are really pretty. But see how quick and easy that was? That was really nice. So, and it's got a little sharpener on the end of it. They're really great. So if you like a waterproof pencil and you want to check out one for 10 bucks, these are great at Sephora. So I'm going to take a little bit of my, this is a Morphe 56 brush. We're just going to take it and I'm just going to go over it a little bit. And we're just going to go, I'm just going to blend it up a little bit. Just kind of smudge it a little bit. We're not going to go crazy with it, but just smudge it a little bit. Just to kind of give it a little smudge. Okay, so that's pretty good. So so now we are going to go, I'm going to take a little bit of my, let me see if I can find it here. My Pat McGrath Intensify Artistry Wand. I'm going to use a little bit of that. And it's a clear, so I don't know if you guys have ever seen it or not, if you haven't. But it's a clear, so it makes the shimmer, it makes it more vibrant. I'm going to put a little bit on the lid here. I took a little bit of concealer to even out my lid a little bit. So I put that on a little bit earlier. So I did do that. So we're just going to pat that out a little bit just to make sure that we got it kind of nice and smoothed out. And so we're going to go into the Bridgerton palette. We're going to take the blue shade and I'm going to take my finger. I'm going to put it on with my finger and we're going to go over and we're going to press this right over the line there. Ooh, that's so pretty. This is such a beautiful shade. It's so pretty. But I saw this on Pat's. She did it. It was like a on an Instagram reel. If I can find it, I'll try to make sure I put it down below. But I saw her do this, and I'm doing like my version of it. But I mean, but I saw it's something similar to it. And you know, if you guys have ever watched her Instagram reels on Instagram, they are just stunning. They are so, so beautiful. They just have the most beautiful, because it has this really beautifully shimmery light to it. It's just so pretty the way that she does her Instagrams. And I just thought I'd do something kind of fun with the blue, and we're going to add a little bit of the pink in with it. So I just thought it would look really pretty. Reference number 13 brush. We're going to go in with the, I'm going to take the darker pink. We're going to take a little bit of the darker pink. I'm going to tap a little bit in there. I'm going to tap off a little bit of the excess. We're going to go right in here with the darker pink right here. And we're just going to keep it right here. We don't want to go in any further with it. We're just going to build that up a little bit. We don't want to build it up too much. We're just going to build it up a tad, just to give it that little bit of oomph to it. My favorite Pat McGrath palette that she's ever done, and it is super beautiful. So that is kind of like what we're going to do. We don't going to go too much with it. Take it up just a little bit. My eye is not as pretty as the girls in the... I've got small eyes. She has really big eyes in the Instagram reel. So anything on hers looks really good compared to mine. But I'm just going to take it and build it up just a tad bit more. I'm going to take my reference number 12 brush, because we did, that one was 13. This is 12. And we're going to go into the lighter pink shade here. And I'm going to tap into it, and we're going to take it right in here, the lighter pink. Right there. So it's kind of like you got a gap. So it's not all the way across. It's a little bit more of a gap there. See, like that. So it's got that little, like it's almost like that little hint of pink with the blue. It's so cool. It's just was such a cool look. I was like, oh my God, this is really cool. Yeah, that's really pretty. Ooh, yeah, I like that. Have that done. We're gonna go back with the liner pencil. And we're going to go in, and we're going to go into the waterline and draw that all the way across and drag it down just a little bit. All the way across there. And drag it down a little bit underneath. A little bit, not a whole lot, but a little bit. And we haven't done concealer either, so we're going to clean it up. So if anything, we get too messy or anything, we can clean it up. And then I'm going to take it and just kind of smudge it out a little bit. Like so. And I'm going to go up in here and drag this out a tad. I'm going to take, I'm going to go back in with this brush here, my Morphe. Again, we're going to go back in with 54 again. And then we're going to go into this shimmery shade right here, this plum shade right there. And we're going to take it and go right over top of the blue We're gonna kind of smudge it together a little bit. I'm gonna take it over a little bit because we want it to kind of not connect too much, but we want to kind of bring it in a little bit more. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back in with my blue again, and we're gonna tap just a little bit more to blend in with the pink a little bit more. Just to blend it in like together a little tad more, just like so. And then I'm just gonna go back on my brush a little bit, and we're just gonna kind of blend that in a little bit better. Connect the two. Smudge that out a little bit more. I'm gonna take a little bit of my mustard big, and we're gonna do some mascara. Bit. We've done a little bit up underneath and on the top, and see the difference between the eyes. And then we're going to clean up a little bit now with a little bit of concealer. So I'm going to take I'm going to do a little mixture of my Huda Beauty, and this is in the Overachiever Concealer, and this is Cotton Candy. And then my Tarte Creaseless Concealer, and this is in Medium Tan. And I'm going to mix the two of them together, and we're going to go up there and clean it up. Okay guys, what do you think? It's very pretty, and it's very like cosmic. It's got like a cosmic look to it. So it's almost like a cosmic, pinky. It's very, but it's still got like a Valentine-ish look to it, doesn't it? It's kind of interesting, but it's very, very pretty. It looks really smooth. It looks really nice. I'm not going to do lashes with this. I think the mascara did a really good job on its own. As you can see, it's totally different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to take this lip off, and we're going to come back and we're going to do lips and cheeks together. So we cleaned up around the eye area. I took a little bit of the pink color. I took both of the pink colors a little bit and mixed them together and just added a little bit connect right there. And I wanted to do this next step with you guys. I'm going to take a little bit of my Redford number 14 brush, and we're going to tap into a little bit of this color here, the little bit of the light color, and we're going to give a little bit more right here, inner corner, highlight right in here, just to brighten that up a little bit. Instead of doing it with the blue, thought we would do it with this shade instead, just to kind of brighten it up a little bit, because it's a little bit more subtle. Now, you guys don't have to do the blue as intense as I did, but I just think it looks really pretty because it's very ethereal almost. It really is. To me, it's like it's got this blue, but it's got a little bit of that pink to it, and that navy liner just made it look really beautiful with the black mascara. I just think it looks really, really pretty. So the problem is like, you know, we're going to do a little bronzer and we're going to do some blush, but the thing is what are we going to do with lips? So that's the thing. So I've got like a bunch of different choices here, and I don't know what to do. I want to do a pink, but I don't want to do anything too bright, but I don't want to do anything not bright enough. So, so I don't want to do anything like a red or anything like that, because I wanted it to be a little bit more on the softer side. I wanted to be, the eyes to be more the focus. So I think I might do one of the BK Beauty ones. I might do one of those. So I have Acceptance here. That one's really pretty. And then I have, this one is Self-Love. And this one's really pretty too. I don't know. I'm kind of like, I like that one. There's one more I picked out, that I got over here. This one is Inner Beauty. Sorry, I got my hand all marked up, but that's Inner Beauty. I think she may be too dark. I don't know. What do you guys think? Thinking maybe, because this one might be too pink, maybe we should go with this Acceptance. So we're going to go with Acceptance, I think, because I think this one would be, it's just a little bit more muted, and I think that would be really, really pretty with this look. What do you guys think? A little bit of my Huda Beauty Bombshell. This is an older lip liner. I don't know if they still make it or not, but I will leave it down below if they do, but I think they still make it, but I'm not really sure. But we're going to do a little bit of that first. Shade Acceptance, and it looks like this. So if you guys have something a little similar, you could actually just kind of, if you wanted to add just like this, but just see at the very neutral liner. And I'm gonna go in and just fill it in. Ooh, pretty. That's a pretty combination. So I'm gonna go in and do a little bit of my Jouer bronzer, BK Beauty 107, the small version. I'm gonna use the little one. And we're gonna tap in a little bit on this side. We're gonna mix a little bit of the two together. We're just gonna kind of take that and blend it up. And this is in the shade medium to deep bronzing duo. Is Sun Kissed and Sunset. So I'm just gonna take it and kind of go up in there. We don't wanna go too crazy with it. You want it to be very kind of like soft. You don't want it to be too over the top. We want a little bronzer. We want a little color, but we don't want it to be too crazy. I'm just gonna kind of warm up the skin with that a little bit. I'm gonna take a little bit of my Prism Libre powder, and if you guys just saw I just did a review on this, and I'm gonna mix all the colors together. There's 4 in it. I'm gonna take a little bit in my shifter here, and I'm gonna take it with a damp beauty blender. I'm gonna go in here, and I'm gonna just brighten up the skin a little bit up underneath. I forgot to tell you guys in the review, when I did the review, it does have a little bit of a smell. I forgot about it because I don't really smell it that much, but see how it just kind of mattifies out the skin? It just looks really pretty. And we're gonna go back and I'm gonna do it up in a minute. So for you guys that don't want to powder or don't want to do this, you don't have to. I just wanted this to be more of a lighter, like not too dewy of a look. I wanted it to be a little bit more matte, but you can definitely do it more dewy if you want. I'm just doing it a little bit more matte because I never do a matte look much. And I just thought we would do a little bit more of a matter look today. You're gonna set it with a little bit of setting spray. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna spray my concealer brush. And we're just gonna go in and we're gonna tap that over top of the powder. And we're just gonna relieve some of that cakiness. Now you guys can do this if you don't want to do, if you don't want to ever do powder under your eyes, just spray your brush a little bit with a little bit of setting spray. And this is the Charlotte Tilbury, by the way, the airbrush. And we're just gonna take it and just kind of pat it up underneath. And it sets it without powder. Now I did use powder, but I mean, even if you don't use powder, it will just set it really well. And we're just gonna go over where it kind of, you know, gets a little too powdery and just kind of set that in. And it just relieved all of that, just that extra texture and everything up underneath it. If you guys can see the difference a little bit, I don't know if you can or not, but it looks so much better, so much smoother. So now let me take in my spray. I'm just gonna go ahead and melt the rest of the end of the skin before we do blush. And I'm gonna go back over it with my sponge a little bit, and we're just gonna kind of press it in as it's drying. Now I'm gonna go in with the Pat McGrath blush in Cherish. We're gonna put a little bit of that on our cheeks. And again, I'm gonna go in with my 107 brush. We're gonna tap just a little bit of that. Just kind of blend it into the skin a little bit up in here. More in here. Kind of blending it out up in here. Down on the nose a little bit, up under the chin. Blend it in nicely into the skin so it looks more seamless. With my Too Femme blush by Too Faced, we're gonna go in the Butterfly Babe. I'm gonna take a little bit of that, and we're gonna take a bit more on the apple of the cheeks to bring some of that glow into the cheek area. Then we're gonna do that instead of highlight, just to go over top of the blush. It's like a blush topper. We're just gonna kind of go in and add a little bit of that, just to give a little bit more glow. Because it looks very fresh and matte in my mirror. And on the camera, it looks a little bit more glowy, but actually it's very matte for me, very matte. I'm gonna go in with Blue Moon, Astral Moonflower, sorry, a little bit of this. And this is gonna cool the gloss down, or the lipstick down. And it's gonna make it look it's gonna give it a little bit more pink. Because it was a little bit peachier before. Now we have a very soft matte, because it looks very matte and close in my mirror, but on the screen, because I did go back over and spray it a little bit more, just a little bit more. So it just took a little bit more of the texture away, but it looks very, very smooth. It looks a little radiant on screen. On camera, it looks really good. And again, up close, it's more matte, especially for me, because I don't normally do a matte look. But this is a really beautiful, fleshy cheek. You got a really pretty fleshy lip with something not too pink. It's like more of a peachy pink. So it's just really nice, especially when you've got a lot of cool going on the eye. So there's more, it looks more neutral on the skin and then on the lip, and then less on the, and then more cooler on the eye. So we've got blue and then we have the pink. So I just didn't want to do anything too bright on the lips to make it clash, to make it look too 80s. But it's just a really beautiful look. I think it's very pretty, and you can wear this with, like, you know, anything cream, beige, you know, anything that would be really soft. You could wear it with a soft pink, or a brighter pink, or anything like that if you wanted a little bit more color in your clothing. I'm gonna probably stay maybe a little bit more neutral in the clothing when wearing a look like this, so that way you don't look too, like, over the top. But I mean, it's just a really beautiful look. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you liked it. Stay tuned for a couple more of these. We're gonna be doing a couple more of these in February, not just for a Valentine's Day, but for February. So just stay tuned for those. We're gonna do it quite a bit. We're gonna be playing in some of my makeup, some get ready with me's, stuff like that. And, you know, you guys have to let me know, are you guys interested in maybe, you know, because now that I'm over 1,000 subscribers and we're working our way up, you know, it's like, and to a little bit more. So are you guys interested in maybe doing a live, maybe possibly soon, or maybe a question, a Q&A, because that's something that I've never thought about, but maybe a Q&A. You know, anything like that, when you guys can ask me some questions and stuff, maybe, or something like that. But let me know down in the comments down below, like, what do you want to see? Like, what are you interested in? What would you like to know more from me? Would you like to know more about me? Would you know more about, you know, what do you want to see? Like, what are you interested in? So, you know, let me just know that in the comment down below. But I love doing tutorials. I love doing this because this is what I'm all about. I love doing makeup, and I just love having fun with what we have. I want to use the Natasha Bland palette again. I want to do a really neutral look with that again this season, you know, with a really pretty pink lip, or more of a brighter lip, but with the Natasha more neutrals around the face. I like to change up things. I like to do either more of a flashy eye and then something really neutral on the face and the lip, and then, or I like to do more of a neutral eye and do something really bright and bold on the lips. So, you know, just let me know down below what you guys are thinking. And with that said, you know, be safe, be strong, be proud, stand tall, love yourself. Remember to love someone today, and, you know, a little love just goes a long way. And, you know, and make sure you tell somebody that you love them, because, you know, life is way too short. And be a little kind to someone, because kindness can go a long way as well. You know, just a little, hi, how are you? A little good morning, you know, a little anything like that. That can really make somebody's day. And, you know, and with that said, guys, we will see you again in the next episode. So I'm looking forward to it. So we need to take care, have a good one, and we will see each other again soon. Bye.